Jupiter was literally born to be a killer, but it failed. The only reason we're even standing here today isn't because our sun is perfect, it's because Jupiter was a failure. See, 4.6 billion years ago, if Jupiter had just been 80 times more massive, it would have sparked into life, ignited nuclear fusion, and become a second Sunday. If that had happened, our pale blue dot wouldn't even have had a chance to exist. No Earth, no life, and definitely no humans. So, next time you look up at the stars, remember, you're not here because of a success story. You're here because a giant planet in our backyard failed to become the star it was meant to be. To understand why, we have to go back to the chaotic birth of our solar system. It wasn't the orderly neighborhood we know today. It was a violent, swirling mess of gas, dust, and non-stop collisions. In this cosmic mosh pit, the bigger you were, the more stuff you could grab. Jupiter was in the perfect spot, surrounded by endless supplies of hydrogen and helium, the literal fuel for stars. It started devouring everything in sight, growing into a runaway gravitational monster. If it had packed on just a little more weight, about 80 times its current mass, its core would have reached the breaking point. Pressure and heat would have triggered fusion. At that moment, Jupiter would have stopped being a planet. It would have lit up the sky as a brown dwarf, or even a full-blown star. We would have lived in a binary star system, with two suns fighting for dominance. But it didn't happen. Why? Because the sun is the ultimate bully. The sun hoarded 99.86% of all the matter in the solar system. Its gravity eventually choked off Jupiter's supply lines. When the sun finally turned on and blasted out the solar wind, it swept away the remaining gas, effectively slamming the door on Jupiter's growth. Jupiter was left in a cosmic no man's land. It was too big to be a normal planet, but too small to be a star. On paper, Jupiter is a failed star, an engine that never caught fire. But that failure changed everything. Instead of becoming a second sun, destiny gave Jupiter a different job, the solar system's bouncer. Its massive gravity acts like a giant invisible net, patrolling the outer solar system. Whenever a rogue comet or asteroid tries to dive into the inner solar system, it has to deal with Jupiter first. Most of the time, Jupiter either swallows them whole, kicks them out of the solar system, or tears them to pieces. We saw this happen in 1994, when Jupiter literally took a bullet for us. It intercepted comet Shoemaker Levy 9, leaving massive bruises in its atmosphere. That impact released the energy of millions of nuclear bombs. If that comet had hit Earth, game over. But what if Jupiter had become a sun? It's a nightmare scenario. In a two-star system, gravity becomes a chaotic mess. Earth's orbit would have been pushed and pulled until we were either scorched or flung into the frozen void of deep space. Stable, habitable worlds in binary systems are incredibly rare. Simply put, if Jupiter had succeeded, we wouldn't exist. Jupiter was never the star of the show. It doesn't glow, it doesn't give us warmth, and it doesn't host life. But without its failure, the story of life would have never even started. In the grand theatre of the universe, some characters aren't meant to be the lead. They're there to make sure the lead actually gets to take the stage. Jupiter is exactly that, a planet that almost became a god, but chose to be our guardian instead.